up. I got Mike Cowper with me here. I'm just checking out, making sure my feed's doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it is. So I'm going live all the time now. Actually, I had somebody ask me about that today. Why are you going live so often? And it's because I want to make sure everybody knows we have going on, and I want to make sure people are following me in the right spot so they get all the content and all that cool stuff. So we're going to be doing a lot more of these. Some of these are going to be content filled, and some of these are going to be us just delivering a message. Today is going to be a little bit of both. Mike, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing amazing. Can't complain. Get to run a real estate business, get to hang out with my family, get to kind of do what I want.
So you have a few changes in your business. You've gone 100% virtual, right? You're no longer, you were working in an office and you're not. Well, how is that? How has that change been for you?
It's actually been really good for us. Our team got, I think, a little bit bloated in certain capacities. And essentially, we just kind of scaled back. We had the office. It was an overhead expenditure that didn't really produce a return. I was actually talking with another member of the Inner Circle Elite about that today as well. But we found that the people on our team were out and about for the most part. If you're on dispo, you're out showing houses, negotiating, doing project management kind of stuff. For your acquisitions, you're calling people, scheduling appointments, going out and seeing houses. So the only time that the office was really being used was by our lead intake, and there was usually nobody else there with them. So having a, I don't even remember how big it was, workspace for one or two people just to hang out in just didn't make financial sense anymore. So I've really enjoyed it. I get to spend more time with my family. There's less time on the travel when I'm taking a break. It's not to go, eat donuts at the shop nearby. It's, going to spend time with my wife or kids or watching Netflix. If you're into different seasons, you get to little chunk it out for 15, 30-minute breaks, but I love it.
Netflix and chill, right? So, what's somebody told me earlier today they couldn't hear me, so make sure I talk into the mic. What have been the challenges?
I would say the challenges are sometimes the communication side. We utilize WhatsApp. I know a lot of people use Slack or Voxer or different messaging. We use WhatsApp. So we utilize a lot of the group messages. And, since I'm driving around a fair amount or on the move and I've got big fat fingers and I can't type really well. So I use the voice audio on it a lot. But in terms of the challenges, the communication could be sometimes an issue. We do team meetings virtually over Zoom, so that makes it okay. But I'm still old school, I guess, in that I think relationships are best built in person, and tough conversations or meaningful conversations can be better done in person. Doesn't mean you can't do them remotely, but there's always sometimes feels like a little bit of lag, even if it's like a fraction of a second, but you might be wanting to say something, or you can't read the body language as well on a video, or you have 4 people, 5 people, 6 people on the screen. You don't know who to be looking at any given time. So I think the communication is probably the hardest to convey. But outside of that, I think it's been relatively seamless.
Yeah. So do you feel like it's only been a couple of months? Do you feel like you're getting more production out of it?
I think we are, because there's less distraction. And I know part of the camaraderie is being able to go and talk with people in the office, but that can also lead to some wasted time where, maybe a phone call gets missed, or maybe some follow-ups aren't being done as prudently, because I'm not a great manager. I like to coach and talk and, and kind of do that kind of thing, but I'm not the person that's gonna be circling behind very well and cleaning up a lot of mess. And if I just, usually I wait, and then get really mad and then kind of explode, which is not a great managerial trait.
Right. Okay, cool. So let's get into what we're doing. We have going on. We are doing some cool things behind the scenes. So on this, for everybody who's watching this right now, we're going to do some announcements here. Some things that are going on. We're going to drop some more content, obviously, because we know that's why most of you are here to hear, some cool things we got doing that you can use, got going that you can use. And then I have a giveaway at the end of this. If you watch to the end of this, I'm going to tell you how to get something for free. In fact, I'm going to tell you what it is. So my buddy Scott Oots and his COO, Mike Yanker, I had on the podcast here a few days ago, has REI Masters sales training coming up at reimasters.com. And we are going to give away a seat to that at the end of this. I'm going to tell you how to enter to get a free seat. They're charging around, I think it's like 3,000 and change for the sales training. And we're going to do a giveaway for a seat to that at the end of this whole thing. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. So stay tuned for that. But we have some really, really cool things going on behind the scenes. You and I have been working on some things with Melissa and some other people. Of course, we have the Inner Circle Elite community. How has that been? So we have done 2 meetings now. What do you feel like your biggest takeaways are from the last 2 meetings we have done and what we have moving forward?
I would say the biggest takeaways I've gotten is that you don't have to be the biggest business on the planet to be successful,
Mhm.
and that I've made mistakes in trying to scale too fast,
Mhm.
but and just try to pigeon myself into one thing. Like we used to be all wholesale or else. And just being a part of the group where there's so many diverse ways and types of investors that are being super open and honest about not only the good and great things they're doing, but also the challenges and struggles that they're having. It's really helped open my eyes to not only understand, okay, how can I make a business more focused on what I wanted to get out of it when I first got into investing, but also how to get there in a faster method. And then also in ways that I probably would take years of uncovering and understanding and going to several different people and trainings and things like that to try and understand it totally. But just being able to know, hey, I need to call up, Jeff and say, hey, what's going on in creator finance and how do I do this? And he tells me. Or if I need to call up you and say, hey, I'm thinking about flipping the house. What am I missing here? Or what process should I follow? Like, I can cut right to the experts that are good with that. And I really love that we have such a big and open community that you know who to reach out to. And if I don't know who to reach out to, I mean, if you don't know who to reach out to, I can help connect you to that person that is that expert in that arena.
Right.
So that's where I think my biggest takeaway is that I'm feeling that, this is becoming like my second family, and that I really can't wait till each meetup to see them again. So we can not only mastermind as a group, but then also hang out before, during, and after, and just, continue to grow bonds.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too. One of the things what we decided to do when we put the community together was to make sure that we were not about beating our chest and showing off, but getting real about the problems we had. Because we're a lot of us who are in this investing thing, we feel alone a lot. We feel like we're in a situation where we don't have an outlet to really express what's going on and what we're struggling with. And I know I went through that for a long time where I was trying to figure things out and I was growing quickly. And I didn't have, really an outlet to communicate and share the struggle or the fight. I didn't have the ability to have a sounding board to bounce ideas off of or things off of, or to, did you do this and did it work? One of the coolest things now is I can go to somebody and go, hey, I'm thinking about this. Have you tried it? Yeah, I've tried it and I had this problem and that problem, but I figured out that this is the solution and this is how you make it work. And so I don't have to spend 6 months trying something. I can implement it the way it's supposed to work right out of the gate type of thing. Right. That's what's really cool to me about being part of a mastermind community is being able to not sit in a room and try to figure the problem out myself. It's like, for those of you who are good at Rubik's cubes and those of you who aren't would get it, right? For me, I was never really good at it. And, I would pop it apart and put it back together once I got so frustrated, right? And being a part of the right mastermind community is like popping apart the Rubik's cube, right? You get to skip a step. You get to skip a step and get right to the meat and potatoes of what you need to get to and solve that issue. But also, you get to know that you're just not alone. Like you're not fighting a battle by yourself. You're not on the battlefield with arrows flying at you by yourself. You're standing there with people right behind you, ready to pick up swords and fight with you. So I think that is what's cool about that. And what's really an interesting thing in evolution about goals, right? We talk about goals. In 2000, not 2000, 1990 something, I was like 20. I was working as a security guard. Maybe I was 19. I can't remember now. And I'd read Think and Grow Rich, and the mastermind community is really prevalent in Think and Grow Rich, and what Napoleon Hill talks about having the mastermind, the right people around you. And I had set a goal. It was National Organizations of United Minds. I know was what my mastermind was going to be because I wanted to be wealthy. I didn't come from a rich family. I didn't have business education. I didn't know how to make money, but I knew I wanted to surround myself with people who did, with really, really good people who are going the same direction and fighting the same fight. And it's funny because that was one of my goals to create that mastermind. And you fast forward 20, 30 years. Oh my God, I'm old people. Um, 30 years, right? And um, and the realization that Inner Circle Elite is that mastermind community that I had had thought about or dreamt about way back in the early 90s. Again, it gives me chills to think about it. You know, you set a goal in your mind, and sometimes it might take you a week, and sometimes it might take you decades, but there's something about having a goal that is huge. And now today, because I had that goal, I get to be part of just an incredible group of people. So that was probably a tangent, but I just think it's a cool story. So, so the Inner Circle Elite community is something we're doing. For those of you who want or interested in being in the room, go to beinthisroom.com and check it out. It is a passion project for me and you. I know as much as it is anything else. I was reading a book, and I can't say the name of it because it's a profanity name title. But one of the things the author said that really hit home was some of you guys are going to hear the message and some of you aren't. And for those of you who aren't, I really don't care. What I'm looking for is the one person who does, because if I can change one life in this moment, one life, that's all that matters to me. And it really hit home with me that every time that I come on and do a podcast or talk or do these mastermind meetings or do anything else we're doing, if we can change just one life, that's all that matters. And that's the whole purpose we're doing right here. So if one person, out there hears this and they feel like they're struggling, they feel like they're fighting a battle, like they're walking through sludge, like you're doing a whole lot of work and you're not getting anywhere, and they realize that they just need that one little tweak, and that can happen if you're in the right room. They need to go to beinthisroom.com and check it out. Right. So, yeah. So anyway, so there's that, right? And then we're working on, we've been hinting around about Rookie Playbook. I did a video yesterday about Rookie Playbook for somebody who's brand new. So we got that for people who are trying to build a business. You don't have to be the biggest player in the room to be in Inner Circle Elite, by the way. We're not looking to be, we want high-end people, high-end players. We do. And we actually have an option for them. And that's a conversation we're willing to have with you. But for those of you who want to be part of Inner Circle Elite and you have a real business and you feel like you want to be the biggest player, those are the people we want. We want to take you where you want to go. Or you just want to build a business around your lifestyle. Those are the people we want, right? I mean, that's ideally what we want, is the people who want just to have a better business. So we got that. And then Rookie Playbook, I know you're as excited as I am. We've been hinting at Rookie Playbook for somebody who's new, because we had a lot of people reach out to us who are brand new. We did Inner Circle Elite, the announcement. So we've been hinting about Rookie Playbook, and next week we go live with Rookie Playbook, which is for wholesalers. We will intertwine some tips and tricks about flipping, but it's for wholesalers to get you to your first check. And we will be talking to you about, we'll be doing it granular, from people who are brand spanking new and don't even know where to start, to people who may have done a deal but just need some momentum. So that's a pretty cool project, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's actually really exciting, because I know that that's the biggest fear a lot of people have is what do I do at this step, at that step, at that step? And we're really going to break it down step by step by step. And it's not going to be every aspect of every part of the business, so you get stuck with analysis paralysis. This is going to be about how do you take action each and every time to move yourself forward, so you can start making money as an investor, or making more consistent money if you just have your training wheels on. I don't know if that's a great analogy or not, but that's really what we're looking for, is to help you get money coming in, and then you're learning as you do it. So getting paid to learn while you're doing it to get you that collected check. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. So that's what's huge about that is I realized we did a whole lot of research on this. Like you want to talk about analysis paralysis that people go through back when you started. We actually, I think, analysis paralysis big time when it came to putting this together. In fact, you and I recorded videos and we stopped. We're like, is that good enough? It needs to be better. And then we stopped and we waited, and then we came back, and then we finally were like, okay, now it's good enough. So the point is I really wanted to make sure that we uncovered what caused people to not take action. Like, what were your biggest questions? What were your biggest pain points? And I feel like I got my head around that. I know Mike feels the same way. And now we can teach it from a perspective of, this is what you need to do. This is why you need to do it. And this is how you need to do it. And then we can remove some of the obstacles that you have put on your own self in the process of doing that. So rookieplaybook.com. I'm going to there's no sales page. It's just basically, this is what you get and this is the price. And it is something that is going to be really cool. We say 12 weeks. We're going to do 12-week live interaction, 12-week live Zoom calls every single week for 12 weeks. Mike and I are going to be dropping videos Starting next week, we're going to be dropping videos in the membership area pretty regularly through that 12-week period. And then you're going to have lifetime access to that information and lifetime access to the Facebook group for the price of that training. And this, like at this level, we can't, like, I can't do it again at the price I'm doing it at, because the work we're going to put into it. Because you're honestly, if you're a part of this first round draft, you're going to have free access to every iteration of Rookie Playbook moving forward. This is the one core group that's going to have forever access as we add videos, as we recycle and redo the 12 weeks and so on and so forth, which we'll do them in 12-week segments, moving forward, in different increments and stuff like that, obviously. But, and we'll never go ahead.
Well, the beauty of it too is, Don had mentioned it, but I don't want it to get overlooked, is we're going to keep iterating this.
Yeah.
Things are going to change in the market. It is way different than when I started. And I know it's way different than when Don started, and it keeps changing. So we're going to keep taking feedback. We're going to keep listening to what everyone's struggles are. And then we're going to keep updating that, so it is the most relevant information. It's not going to be, a picture of somebody that has gray hair now and has, black hair back in the day video. It's going to be updated so we can keep making the best value for the people that are a part of it. Because really, that's the end of the day what we want. I'm blessed that I get to do this for a living, and I get the freedom from that. And that Don mentioned earlier, if we can help people that want to take that action, that's what this is all about. Helping you get started or help you get inconsistent.
Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in the Rookie Playbook, go to rookieplaybook.com. I know we're talking about a lot of things here, but rookieplaybook.com, and check that out. It's about half of what it's going to be moving forward in the future for price. There's no sales page. Like I said, it just kind of lays out, this is what you get. This is the price, but you're going to have more interaction with myself and Mike than at this point than any other time in the future when we go back and do this again. So, and I don't, we're going to do it again because we're suckers for punishment, but I always, we're supposed to say, well, I don't know if we're going to do it again. We'll do it again. The Mike sent me a message. We're live and he sends me a message. See, that's what ADD does to you, Mike. Don't send me messages when we're
sorry.
So rookieplaybook.com for those you knew. Look, when I got started in real estate investing back in 2000 and forever ago, I remember circling the wagons right around. I go to auctions and I talk to possible private lenders. I didn't know how to sell myself. I didn't know what a deal looked like. I just remember it was really, I wanted it so bad. And it wasn't, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, right? And I wanted it for financial freedom. I wanted it for a lot of reasons. I wanted it because I thought it was going to be fun, and I wanted it so bad. And I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know how to do it right. And at least I thought I didn't, right? I thought I needed all these things in place. And so, I'm going to come from that perspective in Rookie Playbook, but where I was at when I first started, and all the fears and all the anxiety and all the stuff that I struggled with when I was trying to get going. And we're going to peel that onion away from you and give you the confidence you need to move forward, and what actions to take and the information that you need to make it happen. So this course, I'm going to throw it out there. It's $14.97 for forever access to this thing. And like I said, it will never be that price again. Next time it's going to be either 2 to 3 times that amount moving forward, because we're going to put a lot of time and energy into making sure that everybody has the tools to be successful and consistently updating this thing moving forward. So you want to add something?
The other beauty about it is in the live trainings, there's a Q&A session. So you can actually make sure you're getting specific answers to your specific business in your specific market. So it's not in theory. It's not like, oh, hey, you buy a house, 70% of ARV, do 20 grand in work and you make 20 grand, right? It's going to be about the challenges you're having in your own life, your own business. And we're really going to be focused on, like we keep saying, is your success. Because ultimately, end of day, that's the most important thing. You've got to be able to make money if you want to stay in this game. Yeah. And if you want to get started, we're going to do our absolute best to make sure that this is the fastest way to get there.
So, my desire is to make sure that people are building the right business, the right kind of business, and that they are successful long-term in their business. And so starting you off right with Rookie Playbook, helping you continue right with Inner Circle Elite is really, um, really, I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right? Having the right business, having a business that's sustainable, that's going to be around, that's going to last, for, as long as you want it to last, and that you're going to be able to enjoy into the future with your family and all that good stuff. So there's that. So we promised you some content. Mike, you're locking up deals right now. Give somebody a secret sales strategy in here that you use right now that you feel like helps you close deals.
The art of silence is,
yeah,
I know we've talked about, but the thing is, I don't have all these super tricks. I'm consistent. And maybe that's the secret trick is, there's not a whole lot of silver bullets out there, no matter what you might think. It does a lot of it come down to being consistent, showing up, truly trying to care about what's going on. Super secret sales strategy. I'm trying to even think. I mean, I've been using a lot of, going negative to, use some of the John Martinez and Sandler sales training methods out there. And that's kind of what we're talking about is not feeling like you are desperate for a deal, because people can feel that, but being confident in what you're saying, it goes a long way. And sometimes that just comes with practice. And I know I've said that before too, because I don't have all these crazy tricks. I've taken a lot of reps. I've taken a lot of at-bats. So I've become comfortable in almost any situation. And through that comfort, I've just been able to start to intuit, have intuition about which way I should pivot, understanding the body language, listening to them. So if I would say the super secret thing is trying to get into as many houses and talk to as many people as possible, because there's nothing that'll replace experience, because experience is the best teacher, and we're going to help you shortcut that.
Very cool. All right. So it looks like Facebook might be glitching. I can't really tell if Facebook is glitching on us, but if it is, for those of you who are watching, I apologize. So if it's not glitching, then I know, and that's one of the reasons why it looks like I'm looking at my phone. So okay, perfect. The silence and everything else is a great tool. The takeaway too, knowing when to play coy and not being afraid to take away, I think that's huge. And John Martinez talks about that a lot, who is phenomenal. John Martinez is a great sales trainer. John Martinez talks about the takeaway and being able to kind of step back from the situation and make them chase you. And that's a huge one as well. That's part of the silence though.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm trying to think of even more sales tricks, but if someone says they have a trick, I always take that with a little bit of a grain of salt, because there's a lot of things that lead up to getting to that trick. Because to get to the silence, that's where I usually get my best reductions and best negotiations. I've laid the groundwork all the way up to making that offer. And then now I use silence to negotiate and leverage them into being uncomfortable or filling that air or accepting my offer.
Right. Right. So perfect. So in sales, that's one of the things we're talking about, the freebie. So right now, if you are interested in getting sales training, Scott and Mike are putting together something really cool, reimasters.com. We have a promo code for those of you who want to buy your ticket for that event. It's Masters 2020, and you actually get $400 off of the ticket price, of the seat price for that. But if you want to win a free seat, go to fliptalk.com/giveaway, and you can get the opportunity to win a free seat to that. Scott's been really, really cool as to allow me to give a free seat to the Flip Talk listeners and those of you listening to this live. So if you go to fliptalk.com/giveaway, there's a few steps in there. It's real simple. Tell me I'm beautiful and I'm handsome and you love me, and then you enter the win. No, really. You need to you just basically like and subscribe to the show, follow on social media, and there's like 3 steps you got to do. It's real simple. It's more just to get the word out and to help us grow our audience. And once you do those 3 steps, you enter your name and email that you've done that, and you're entered to win. There's no purchase necessary to enter to win that. If you're looking to buy tickets for yourself or your team, reimasters.com, and you just put Masters 2020. I want to make sure I have the promo code right to buy a ticket for $400 off. I get no affiliate whatsoever from that. I'm just helping Scott out because I know that his sales training will be great. Scott and I are good friends with John Martinez. This is not to to compete with John in any way, shape, or form. John is the OG and has a phenomenal sales training as well. I think both mixed together will help you and your team be really, really dynamic. So it's definitely worth checking out. And if you want to get a free seat to that, go to flipdoc.com/giveaway. Follow the steps there, enter your name and email. You're entered to win. Again, no purchase necessary for that. And we'll announce the winner. So let me make sure I have my date right. So we're cutting off the entry to Rookie Playbook Friday right now, the 13th. And because we're going to be starting our live Zooms for Rookie Playbook on the 18th. And then we're going to be announcing the winner for REI Masters on 27th. Everybody tells me not to do three things in one video, but for some reason I don't listen. So Rookie Playbook cutoff is the 13th. We're done like that on the Friday the 13th. If you're not enrolled, we're not letting anybody else in for this round. And then on the 27th of March, we're going to announce the winner for the seat for REI Masters, which is the first week of April, essentially. The 6th through the 10th. They have two different events. You'll get to choose which one you want to go to. They have one for beginning sales reps and one for more advanced, and you can choose which one you want to go to. So I think that's it. Mike, you want to add anything else?
I hope people take advantage of this offer because it's really great. Not only the Rookie Playbook, obviously, if you're looking for a mastermind, Inner Circle Elite, but the Scott Oots thing, that's awesome. I'd want to go. And getting into these intensive trainings can really immerse you and get you comfortable with what you're probably uncomfortable with. I mean, I've done this for a long time and I still get uncomfortable sometimes because I get challenged again, or I forgot that maybe I wasn't hitting that foundational block, or I wasn't doing this proper step because I got lazy over time and just kind of slipped my mind. Sales is a tool for life. It's not just for acquiring real estate. It's for everything. It's a communication. It's understanding. So I think that's a great giveaway by Scott.
Yeah, we use sales in everything we do. I mean, just about every conversation, we're always selling. We went and rented in Vegas, right, for the Inner Circle Elite meeting. We went and rented Lamborghinis, and 3 Lamborghinis, 2 McLarens, an Aston Martin, and the Acura. What is it? Anyway, and we negotiate. Like all of us stood there and negotiated. When we went with the riddles, I was up first and I negotiated, and then who else was next? I don't remember who was next. Everybody negotiated. I remember Todd Swaggart. He was like, "Nope, I'm walking." He did the walk away, and the guy's like, "No, wait." So, it's cool stuff. So I think that's it. So the takeaways here. Mastermind community. If you have a business and you're looking to be in the room with the right people who are willing to fight along your side with you, beinthisroom.com. You do not want to miss being in this room. It's so important to be in this room because that's the room, the community, the people are going to take you where you want to go. If you're new or newer and you want to learn and you've been reaching out to us about an opportunity, this opportunity is unlike anything we're ever going to present again, because literally I'm going to pour a lot more time into this round than I probably will be able to moving forward. Go to rookieplaybook.com. Get my stuff mixed up. Rookieplaybook.com. Check that out. It's $1,400, $1,500, $1,497. And it's like I'm going to give you $10,000 worth of information because that's just how I roll. All of you follow me know that. And then, of course, go to flipdoc.com/giveaway to enter to win the ticket to the REI Master Sales Training, which is April. They got the 6th through the 10th that week. They got 2 trainings there. Check it out, reimasters.com, if you want more information about that sales training. And if you want to buy tickets there, it's Masters 2020 to get $400 off. So that's all I got for you guys. I really appreciate you listening, and let me spiel all the things we have going on. I know that it's just an honor to be able to talk to the audience. I know, Mike, you feel the same way, right? To be able to talk to people and share. And I love the comments. If we are impacting your life in any way through the podcast or anything that we're doing, if you just share that on iTunes or anywhere you listen, and a review, or just send an email. If you're private, send an email to donaflipdoc.com. If you feel like Mike is better than I am at helping you out, send an email to him at mike@flipdoc.com, or send it to both. And if we've impacted you in some way, I love hearing it. That is literally like that is worth more to me than anything when somebody says that one thing you said or did change my life, or, I get these messages, I listen to your show and I appreciate it. And thank you so much. Like, those messages mean a lot. In fact, I think on the podcast, I'm gonna start reading those from people because, they really do go a long way to, you know, yeah.
I just want to hop in here because Don, thank you. I am an avid listener of your podcast still, and I know you. So I get tons of value. So I am certain there are other people out there. And if you're not subscribed to listen to Flip Talk, go find it and listen to the however many 100 episodes that are in there, because it's amazing content. It just keeps coming. So thank you for that.
No, I appreciate it, man. Well, and you're a sales beast in your own right, and you've taught me a lot of things. So we're in good company. So, okay. Well, hopefully Facebook worked right all the way through this. It seems like it did. And other than that, I think you all have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. And Mike, I'll let you go to bed since you are on East Coast time and it is now past your bedtime. So until we talk to you again, have a wonderful day.